The first question I have is, last night you said you played Edison. You're coming in here back-to-back days, so your players must be a little tired. Well, and you mentioned you were a little concerned about Colonia. Did you have concerns this could be a trap game at all?
Oh, I absolutely did. As a matter of fact, coming in, I thought it would be exactly that. And then during the warm-ups, I said to my colleagues, this is more than that. These guys aren't just poised to trip us up. They could really look better than us, because I like the way I thought they looked like the better team during the warm-ups. We weren't catching passes. I didn't feel we warmed up well. I thought they warmed up very well. I was impressed with their size. I thought that they had some swag during their warm-up that I warned my guys, and I think that if they were, if anyone was of the opinion that this was going to be an easy roll, I changed their minds when it came to the bench before the game started, and I said, look, because they know I don't snell them. I told them this is going to be a hard game to win, and it was going to take their best effort. I don't think that score is indicative that it was easy. I think I told their coach in the line, the score isn't indicative that this was an easy win or they're a bad team. It was probably the best game we played all year. It really was. We were just top to bottom. Guys just played at their best.
What impressed me today was your power play and your offense as a whole today. You guys scored 8 goals. You had 49 shots on goal, and you were 3 for 3 on a power play, including your first 2 goals. What would you have to say in terms of a summary of that whole performance?
Well, a couple things. First of all, we've just been really talking to the guys about shooting the puck. We want to have more of a north-south game. We were getting too much of an east-west game, a lot of dangling, and just not enough intentional shots to the net, and then being around the net for after you get the shots. In the past, we've been missing net. We've been shooting high, shooting wide. So there was a lot of intention. We set against a goalie like this, and we knew that they'd have a really good goalie. I mean, and he's been facing 40 shots, a lot. And we told our guys they had to be very intentional, and I think they were, and they were around the net. They did the hard work, and in the power play, we have been really spending more time on. When Feathers is with us and Mike Steer, we have a lot of speed, and those guys are solid players. And we don't practice the power play as much when they're around, frankly, because we just feel like with the man advantage with those guys, we should be dominant. But you know what? We realized that the power play needed more practice, and so that's the 2 things that we worked on over break was the power play and our skating. And it showed up. It's been showing up.
One individual performance I really noticed today was Dylan scoring his first 2 goals of the season very early on in this game, too. What would you have to say about him, and what do you think he did differently today?
Well, it's funny because yesterday against Edison, they were undermanned, and they didn't have their regular goalie in. So you'd think it would be a perfect time for a freshman. Man, how are you? It'd be a perfect time for a freshman to bag a couple. And Dylan was around the net yesterday, and he was either missing the net or he was getting stuffed. And we said in the room, listen, no disrespect to the kid last night, but he's not a normal goalie. Would you rather score your first goal against a guy like you're going to get today, or against someone who's not normally in the net? So this is where you got to bear down. And he's been coming close, and he's been getting his chances. He moved up from, we use colors instead of numbers. So we have a red, white, a blue, and a black line. He's normally on the blue line, which would be equivalent of what's other teams' third lines. But he's also the kind of player who, if I have an opening on red or white, he can jump right in. So whenever I've had chances to put him in up there with red, like I did with 2 of our red liners out, with Steer and Feathers out. So the red line today was a combination of the centerman who's usually there, Chaffee, our blue line winger, which was Dylan, and a defenseman that I moved up, which is Joey Laval. Joey got a couple too, I think, as well. But I know that Dylan got 2, and that was just, that was awesome. Dylan's earned it. He's been working hard. He's been around the net. And we left him out there for the last 3 shifts in a row, hoping to get him his hat trick.
I'm sure that would have been just icing on the cake right there. But after a big win like this, an 8-1 victory, you called your team's best performance of the season. What do you say going forward to make sure this isn't the best of the season? We've
been challenging our guys to put together 45 minutes of hockey. We've had The first period today was the best period we played all year. We've had a couple other periods that have been like that, and we've never been able to sustain. Today, we sustained it by and large. I mean, it would be hard to match that first period. The second period was pretty close, and the third period we got more guys out there. We let down a little bit, but we still won the period. So what I want to do is remind them that when they stick to the game plan, when they keep their feet moving, when they work hard, and when they play with intent, they're going to get a good result most of the time, or at least they're going to compete. And really, the only thing we ever really ask them to do is that we don't ask them to win games. We ask them to compete. We ask them to play their best and bring it. And when they do that, they usually will win games. Or at least we can walk away saying we competed hard, we were in the game, we made the other team earn it. Too often we haven't made the other team earn what they've gotten. And today, everything that those guys were going to get, they had to earn, which I liked.